everyone, it's Melissa and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, hello and welcome. Are you ready to make a beautiful dragonfly ceramic necklace? We are using some Czech glass beads, some seed beads, beautiful ceramic beads that were claimed from the Softflex Company live sale. We are using Softflex wire. And I will leave a link down below in the description for all the colors of the beautiful Softflex wire, as well as information on the Softflex Company live sales, as well as the ceramic beads that are currently available on softflexcompany.com. And then I'm just using a few other beads from my collection, and they are from an online bead shop, the Bead Butler. So I'll leave a link for her website down below. And before we start creating, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It'll help my little channel grow, and I'll also leave a link for all other necklace inspiration. Let's start creating. So these beautiful flowers, I think they're daisies, but just the color reminded me of sunflowers. And then when they had this beautiful ceramic dragonfly on the live sale, just reminded me of fall and the dragonflies flying through the sunflower fields. So we're going to need about 24 inches of our Softflex wire, and that might seem like a lot. It's always better to have more Softflex wire than not enough. And I'm just going to be adding in some glass beads, and these are a size 8. They're a clear AB, just to give some spacing for my beads. Let's start creating. So we're going to go ahead and use our Softflex. One of my favorite patterns to kind of do or a design. So we're going to make our little dragonfly look like it's flying to our feet. So we're going to add on one of our ceramic beads. We're just going to let that slide to the bottom of our Softflex or the middle of our Softflex. I'm going to pick up one size 8 seed bead, a beautiful, I think they're like a champagne raspberry color Czech glass, another seed bead, a Czech glass, seed bead. And you can always use the Softflex wire as a needle when picking up your seed beads if you don't want to pick them up with your fingers. So we have 3 seed beads and 2 Czech glass. We're going to add on our beautiful dragonfly bead, and we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So 1 seed bead, Czech glass, seed bead, Czech glass, and seed bead. So now we're exiting this way. We're just going to crisscross and go the opposite way and give it a pull. And it might tangle a little bit, but it'll straighten out. So we have our beautiful little dragonfly flying to our sunflower. And we want to make sure that our ends are even. So we'll just make any adjustments, and it's going to just move freely. So you can just make your adjustments to make sure that that sunflower bead is in the center. So once you have it all even and centered, we're just going to design our necklace. So I'm going to do a spacing of 2 seed beads just to kind of branch out a little bit from here. And now the rest of the necklace is just going to be basic bead stringing. And one of these beautiful Czech glass. I just love how they sparkle. And they kind of have that darker purple. So it reminds me of the autumn color dahlias. And then I'm just going to go to a spacing of 1 for my seed beads. And what's nice about using the clear seed beads as well is you can kind of see your Softflex wire. So if you use one of the metallic colors, it would really highlight in this design. So we have our spacing, and then I'm going to add one of these beads. They're kind of like a melon, but I'm not sure what these beads are called. So if they're Czech glass, if you happen to know, please comment down below. So this is just going to bring a little bit more gold into our design. Then our spacing of one seed bead and our beautiful purple bead. So you have all the beautiful late summer, early fall colors and a super lightweight necklace because we're adding that spacing of the seed bead. And then of course our ceramic beads, they look heavy, but they're super lightweight. And then we're going to add some more sunflowers on. So I have these beautiful, they're about a 7 millimeter bead, kind of in the color of the year, mocha mousse. And we're going to add in another sunflower. So we're just going to do our bead stringy, slide those on. And I'm not going to put a spacer on it just so they can nestle together. So it's kind of a autumn color with a little bit of the Pantone color of the year. And if you didn't want to do bead stringing for the whole necklace, you could let your soft flex wire show, or you could add it to a piece of chain or leather, even silver silk. So just a couple design options. You have your beautiful design. So now we're just going to go back to this pattern here with adding our little Czech glass and then one of these beads with another Czech glass. And we're just going to repeat the pattern until we reach the end of our necklace, and then we will attach our clasp. So I added on the rest of my beads, and I do have a lot of soft flex left over. So I'm just going to take my trimmers and just trim a good workable length. So that way I can go ahead and attach my clasp. And I'll save my soft flex wire for a future project. So it doesn't matter which way you start. And then I'm just going to add in one of the 2x2s. And you can attach it directly to the clasp. I like to attach it to some jump rings. A few reasons in case I want to switch out my clasp in the future or maybe extend it instead of having to restring the project. You can just open and close your jump rings. So we add on one of our 2x2s, and then we're just going to pass back through our 2x2 and give it a pull. We want our 2x2 resting against our last bead. So we'll just make any adjustments. And we have our little connection point or our circle. And then I'm just going to take my pliers and just give it a squish and rotate. And this is going to round it and give it a more professional finish. And then just trim off any extra soft flex you may have. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So we're going to add on our 2x2 and then pass back through. And before we go ahead and squish, we want to make sure that our loops are fairly the same size. They don't have to be perfect. You would just like them similar. So we squeeze, and this is going to flatten it, and we're just going to rotate and trim off our extra soft flex. We're almost done with our beautiful necklace. We're going to add in our jump rings and then my lobster claw. If you have a two-part clasp, such as a toggle, you would just add one side of the clasp to each jump ring. And when you close your jump ring, you should hear a little click, and you'll know it's secure. We have our beautiful autumn sunflower dragonfly necklace using Czech glass beads, some seed beads as spacers, and some beautiful ceramic beads. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It'll help my little channel grow, and check out down below in the description for more necklace inspiration. Have an awesome day.